Hey now. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome to the witching hour. Welcome to the Devil's Pass. Let me hit the lights. Let me go hit the lights. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Devil's Pass. It is Planet CHH live and in color. Good to see everybody. Welcome in. Good to see everybody. It's your old pal. How are y'all living? It's about to get very real. Dude, just drink energy drinks at work. It's all good. Y'all slept. Y'all slept on the lot. Let's see who we got. Masked Assassin, how are you? Donnie, how are you? Saturn Video, how are you? Ducky Fox, what's up? How are you? Michael Myers in the house, what's going on? I like Sinners. I think it's a good movie. Horror Maverick, what's going on, man? Baldy Jack, what's up? I think people want a DVD of Campfire Tales. Richard, what's up? Dane, what's going on? Lake Placid's a classic 90s film. I love Lake Placid. Huge supporter of Lake Placid. I've always been on that Lake Placid game. I've always represented Lake Placid. Mexico in the house. What's going on, David? Hard Nerd, what's going on? Everything is well, man. I'm on Graveyards and just figured I'd do a live, hang out with you guys for about an hour. James, what's up? Good to see you, James. How are you? Resident Evil Requiem was fantastic. Not better than Resident Evil 2 or 3 remakes, though. I haven't played the games, dude, and shit. It's been decades. I'm still recovering. You guys dropped the ball on Straight to Hell. And I thought that part 7 was too low. But part 3 was in a good spot. I'm okay with part 3. I don't know, man. The word is that Jackson's had it done forever, and we're just waiting on him to release it. Make that make sense. You know, we got a $10 super chat from Mountain Veteran. Let me give him a clip.
I'm gonna go fucking buck wild for Easter this year.
CHH top 3 Chuck movies. Gotta go Missing in Action #1. Invasion USA, man. I mean, shit. Invasion USA is fucking just classic Chuck Norris. Also directed by Joe Zito, which people kind of sleep on that. You know, Invasion USA is like one of the most flamboyant action films I've ever seen. Like so much shit gets destroyed in that movie. It's unbelievable. Like, and a third one's tough. I have to really think about that. Um, my gut says to go Delta Force, which is where I'm probably gonna go. But I also like Silent Rage. Yeah, I'll probably go Delta Force. Delta Force is great. Code of Silence is Code of Silence, dude. I'm gonna go Delta Force. I'll go Delta Force. God bless you, Mountain Veteran. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. God bless you, my friend. I dream of the day we can get a George A. Romero trilogy box set on 4K. I do too, dude. I do too. What is your top 5 movies? Shit. First Blood's my number 1. First Blood's the greatest movie of all time. Of all time is First Blood. There's just no question about it. First Blood, and then you got to go Return of the Living Dead. And then you got to go Rocky 3. Friday the 13th, 4. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Something like that. Part 7 should have been higher, yeah. CHH top 3 porn stars. Myself, number 1. I'm very good at what I do. So many to choose, man. It's funny because we did those shows on Corey's channel, like the porn star rankings. It was so fun. That was a good time. Yes, I am aware. I just didn't feel like being the actually guy, which I see that you did for me. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you are correct. I think it was actually Joe Zito who was filming Missing in Action 2 and told the director, do not, I told Maniham, don't put out the first one. It's trash. Put mine out first. That's funny, isn't it? Like and it's also kind of embarrassing. But that's what happened. You're right. You are right. Thank you. I'm going to put a little video out tomorrow on that. Lone Wolf. Oh, yeah. Mountain Veteran, they $20 super chat. God bless you, Mountain Veteran. Thank you so much. Christian, thanks for everything I have to catch. Well, God bless you, my friend. Thank you for what you do. You're a legend. God bless you. We'll give you a clip.
George P. Wilbur is well, actually no, Dick Warlock's my favorite Myers, but it's we George P. Wilbur, just P. What I say.
Code of Silence. I definitely want to revisit Invasion USA, man. That movie's just fucking great. Dodgeball. Remember that? Hey, Christian, what's your favorite album by Black Sabbath, Tony Martin era, and Ozzy era? Ozzy era, whatever. I take or leave any of them. I'm not saying that they're not classic, great records, but they don't really. I don't find myself listening to them much. I really don't. I guess you could go volume Sabotage. Let's go Sabotage for Ozzy. I'll give you that. And then Tony Martin, definitely Headless Cross. But Tear, the 90 record, is phenomenal too. So, but I think I'll stick with Headless Cross. Just phenomenal. I noticed you haven't done videos on early Japanese horror series and American remakes such as Ring You, The Ring, and Ju-on Garage is the Insidious, Sinister, and Conjuring series. Mostly because I don't have a whole lot to say. Now I'll tell you what, Chris, this is actually, it's funny you bring this up because I actually do have something I'm planning on watching and reviewing. I guess I'll talk about it now. I plan on watching this coming Friday when I'm off work because I worked. Yes, I worked. I usually work Monday through Thursdays, but I had to do Tuesday through Friday this week, so I only have tonight and tomorrow night off, and I have to watch Salem's Lot when I get off here. We'll get some coffee and watch Salem's Lot. Film this review tomorrow. Patrons will get that. And then I have 4 days of work that I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be exhausted from. But anyway, my point is, I don't have a whole lot to add to the conversation when it comes to The Ring. I've talked about it before, usually through means like this. Also, I've talked about Ju-on is great. The Grudge is trash. Ring You is good, and I like The Ring. But this is what I plan on watching. It's a 97 Japanese horror film. I believe it's called The Cure. No, that's not the name of it. Let me find the name of it and I'll tell you. Yeah, Cure. Cure, directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, is a seminal Japanese psychological horror thriller from that year, focusing on a detective investigating a series of gruesome murders committed by people who cannot remember their actions. Other 1997. Oh, okay, that Cure. I saw it on. Cure was on the horror documentary. What's it called? What's the horror documentary called? You guys know what I'm talking about. In Search of Darkness, and I was mesmerized by what they showed. So that's going to be the movie I'm going to be watching. I'm going to review that. Walker, Texas Ranger was funny. I used to watch that after school all the time. $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. New fan. Love your physical media passion, brother. God bless you, Paul. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a clip.
I feel like people sleep.
Thank you, Paul. God bless you. Paul Heyman or Eric Bischoff? I like both of them, but I'll go Paul Heyman. I agree. The Scream Factory. Nice profile pic. Good evening, Scratch Burno. Yeah, I got the sidekicks too. I got the whatchamacallit, VSU. The hell is a corn bug? I know what Buckethead is. I don't know that I've actively listened to Buckethead. What the hell is a corn? What the hell is a corn bug? Lana Rhodes, Sherry DeVille, and Riley Reid. See, in my seminal years back in high school, I was always a Sarah J guy. I agree that Ring You is better. I agree. I have seen Saturday the 14th. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray, and it's a fun little haunted house comedy, right? It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. Not a huge fan of the 2024 Salem Lot. I think the original Toby Hooper is a masterpiece, but I find the remake to be good. But I thought the remake with Rob Lowe, but I found the new one to just be lackluster. It just was kind of it wasn't fun to me. House by the Cemetery, I think it's a great. I think House by the Cemetery is a great film. The problem with House by the Cemetery is the dubs. Looks like you got Freudstein as your profile pic there. Yeah, I love House. I just think the dubs are not good, but it's a brilliant film. It's brilliant. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm very excited to watch it. Oh yeah, recipes Phil Campbell. I just saw that. That was very sad. I mean, I'm a huge Motorhead fan. I was listening to March or Die the other day. Just a great band. I mean, to me, Motorhead is one of the most underappreciated bands. People don't really listen to them. They just know Ace of Spades and Triple H's theme, but Motorhead's a great blues punk band. Like they love the classic blues chord progressions, even a little bit of swing. People don't realize how versatile Motorhead really was. They were a great band. I'm doing 410s, so it's not bad, but I like the day shift better because it's nice to get home at 5 o'clock and I can come home, eat, exercise, and work on some stuff before bed. Where with nights, it's just like I get home, I might film like a short video for that morning, and usually I'll have a video or two prepped. And so I edit for tomorrow's video. But when I wake up, it's just like I'll wake up about 2:33, sometimes 3:30, eat, exercise, and then I want to lay back down and relax a little bit before I go to work. So I don't get as much done. Yeah, Pulse I have seen. Pulse I have seen. I did like Long Legs, but I hope it's not like that in a sense. I guess I should just not even think about it. Just go in and watch it. I love your Night of the Living Dead poster. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, I love it too. Orca was a good film because it was a revenge creature feature. It's a classic film. I love Orca. Yeah. I got to review the 4K release. Salem's Lot 79 is my favorite Stephen King adaptation of all time. Dude, it's a great one. It's Toby Hooper. I mean, how do you not win with Toby? I tell you what, dude. So they have the original TV versions, and then disc 2 is the theatrical version. And I kind of want to watch that and review that because I don't know that I've ever watched the theatrical version. I've just watched the TV cut. So I think I'm going to do the theatrical version. I'm very excited. I love that it's purple because that's my favorite color. I love that. Look at that purple. Isn't that cool? I love that they did purple. Which 1986 film do I watch for the first time tonight, Cobra or Demons 2? Honestly, Cobra. Cobra is a much better film in my opinion. Actually, I shouldn't say that they're vastly different. One is a crime thriller that borderlines on being a slasher film, with Stallone playing his version of Beverly Hills Cop with an incredible Jean Beauvoir soundtrack, number one, with Robert Tepper as well. But then again, Demons 2 also has one of my favorite bands of all time. Not the Cure, the Cult, which I do love the Cure, but the Cult, phenomenal group, emerged in the mid 80s, big band. Both have great soundtracks, but I would go with Cobra. Cobra is just a phenomenal Stallone crime thriller, serious action, amazing vintage cars. Just a brilliant 80s intense film where Stallone shines the best. Like Stallone's best range is in that hyper serious, edge of your seat kind of like shit's about to hit the fan type. And yeah, Cobra's the real deal. Like Cobra is, the story goes is that he was going to do Beverly Hills Cop. He read the script. The producers said, Stallone, we want you to do this. He says, well, I want to change up the tone of the film. And they said, no, we're doing a comedy. And he goes, well, I'm not doing a comedy. And then they said, well, you're not doing the film. So then Eddie, of course, got the job, and then that turned into Cobra. Mountain Veteran with a $10 super chat. God bless you, my friend. Let me give you a little clip.
I feel like people sleep.
Thoughts on the new Chevy Chase doc? Why would anybody even talk about it? Let me tell you something, Mountain Veteran. I'm gonna be dead serious for a second. I love Chevy Chase. I want him to prosper. I want him to stay alive and be healthy. I think it really hurts me when people talk shit about Chevy Chase, because Chevy had a extremely rough childhood. He was shoved in closets for weeks at a time with a bucket to pee in, and it was really rough. And Chevy's, I'm not his therapist, but I've watched enough interviews with Chevy. I've read his book. Chevy is a very insecure person, which is why he has that kind of, I'm going to make fun of you before you can make fun of me kind of temperament. But what people never talk about, and it's unfortunate, but what people never talk about is that Chevy's biggest crime is being an asshole. That's true. But nobody talks about the bizarre, almost criminal activity that somebody like Bill Murray's done. There's horror stories about Bill Murray on set with actresses. You're not going to find that with Chevy. Chevy's been married since the early 80s. He has children. He's never had any scandals. He was a family man. And it hurts me that people only want to talk shit about him because of Community. And they just want to talk shit about him. And it saddens me. It really does hurt me where people just share, no offense, but people just share their really ignorant opinion on Chevy. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've watched every Bill Murray film. I've watched every Jim Carrey film. I'm not saying that Chevy's funnier than Jim Carrey, but I've watched every Adams. I love comedy. I do. I love 80s comedy. Chevy, when he's on his best day, is pretty hard to beat. He's pretty hard to beat. I don't think you can watch Vacation at any point in your life and not legitimately belly laugh. It's impossible. It's impossible. So I will always defend Chevy Chase because nobody talks about the good things he does and has done. They only want to just call him an asshole. I can't do that. Thank you for your question. Did Toby or Spielberg direct Poltergeist? I go back and forth on this. It's a great question. Excuse me. It's not a brilliant question, but it's a great question. I think it has that Spielberg shine to it. Absolutely. I also think it has the humor that Toby has. I think Toby loves humor in his movies. I think it was a very collaborative effort. I really do. I think it was a very collaborative effort. And it's so funny. Lee does this thing where if he sees something that I say, he tags me on Facebook and just talks shit about me in a very playful way. I really don't think this is controversial at all. I genuinely don't, because Brandon's thing right now is just rage baiting. I believe his opinions. I believe he thinks he's right with his crazy opinions, but Brandon's clearly rage baiting. But I think Poltergeist 2 is the best Poltergeist. I think it's the horror fans' Poltergeist. It's genuinely scarier. There are some disturbing imagery in Poltergeist 2, and it's phenomenal. And he thought that was the craziest thing, to where he had to tag me on Facebook. He's like, Christian's just saying wild shit. And I think it's funny, and I have fun with it, but I genuinely, as God is my witness, do not think that's remotely controversial to say that Poltergeist 2 is the best Poltergeist. I don't think it's even remotely controversial. Exorcist 3, I can understand. I stand by that. I always will. But Poltergeist 2, no, to me, it's not even close. Like, Poltergeist is classic, but Poltergeist 2 is Julian Beck. Need I say more? Tell me something in Poltergeist 1 that's scarier or better than Julian Beck. I will wait. I'll wait. I'll stand right here and wait. I don't think you I'm sorry. I don't think you beat Julian Beck. I watched a Chevy Chase doc. He was all right. He's known to be an ass, but you can't deny he was on the top of the world in the 80s and early 90s. Well, not in the early 90s, Ducky Fox. Not in the early. He was. I get what you mean. He was definitely riding high off of ending the year with Christmas Vacation, but he did not have a hit at all in the 90s. Everything he was doing was flopping. Memoirs of Invisible Man, which is so funny. It's like such an impressive John Carpenter film. Most people haven't even seen it, but they're huge John Carpenter fans. I'm like, come on, you have to watch Memoirs. You can't call yourself a John Carpenter person if you haven't seen Memoirs. But it flopped, it tanked. He did Cops and Robertsons. It took a shit. I think the only movie in the 90s he did that genuinely was a box office success was the Disney film he did, Man in the House, which is a terrible Chevy Chase performance because he plays like a really nice guy. It's not a great Chevy performance. He legitimately just plays like a nice dad trying to, but anyway. Hey, Christian, what do you think of the Alice Cooper film Monster? I'm so glad you asked about this. I love it, and I wish I got the media book with bonus features, least views. I didn't know about that, so I don't have it either. I think Alice did a good performance in Monster Dog. I think it's Claudio Fragaso's best film. Legitimately, I think it's his best film, not Troll 2. I legitimately think Monster Dog is his best film. I think Alice does a good performance, and I also think the music he did for that movie was phenomenal. See Me in the Mirror is a brilliant Halloween party track that I remember when Nick was watching Italian Horror. I made it a thing. I said, you have to watch Monster Dog. And if you go back to the Italian Horror episode, I talk about Monster Dog for like 15, 20 minutes straight without stopping. And I talk about the brilliance of the music video in that movie too. It's incredible. And the story goes is that Alice agreed to do the film as long as it didn't get promoted in America because he was trying to lay low. He wanted to reset. He was coming off of bad drug problems. And what ended up happening was Monster Dog got promoted big time in America. There were standees and everything. But all that to say, I'm a fan of the film. I am a fan of Monster Dog. I need to review the film quite frankly. Again, I need to give it a solo review on the channel just to let people know about it. But I have reached out to Kino Lorber personally to ask them to revisit the film and give it a second look for a 4K. And they told me that it's not on their docket. They don't see a reason to at this time. No, this was last year when I talked to somebody, but I begged them. I said, please give it a second look. And they just they didn't blow me off. They appreciated that I was interested in it, but they didn't really take me all that seriously. I don't think that they see an audience for Monster Dog, which is a shame in my opinion, because we talk about Claudio Fragasso films and the conversation always defaults to Troll 2. And it's fun for a minute, but the reality about Claudio Fragasso, in my opinion, is he's actually not a bad director. The problem is he never really worked with a good script, whether he wrote it himself or he worked with somebody else. Now, he lives in that low-budget world, and I understand that, but I actually think if Claudio would have got a good budget and, good money, he could have made I think he could have made a pretty good film. But, he was left to his own devices a lot of the time. And, there was definitely lost translation with his movies, but in my opinion, I don't think Claudio is a terrible director, but he needed the proper tools to really be able to succeed. But all that to say, I mean, he's definitely got fans till this very day. So, that's that. Funny Form or Fletch 2? Great question. I'm gonna go with Funny Form, but I think Fletch 2 is brilliant as well. I love Fletch 2. I actually don't know. I mean, are you gonna tell me that he's secretly in the Illuminati or something? That's true. Christian, you and I are card-carrying Chevy Chase fan club members for life. When Chevy's at his best, amen. Thank you, Davey. Thank you. I agree with you. Killer Slugs. CHH, where you order your Stranger Things set from, MVD is the cheapest I found. I have not ordered it yet, but I'm going to be getting the Blu-ray standard collection. I think that's fine. But I'm going to weigh my options. So if you tell me MVD is the cheapest, maybe I'll go there and get it there. By the way, is it too dark? Are you guys fine with this? I'm just trying to have a little bit of moody light. Is this fine? Is this all right? 3 a.m. What is this burnt peanut? You know what, dude? It's just trying to live the dream and trying to beat Howard Stern. I think he starts in 30 minutes. So, Poltergeist 2 is absolutely the best one. What do you like better, Chevy Chase and Modern Problems or Under the Rainbow? Under the Rainbow is such an interesting one. Under the Rainbow. I'm sorry. I mean, Seth, I respect your opinion, but I genuinely don't see how it is a hot take. I really don't. I don't even see how saying Exorcist 3, if I'm being honest, I don't see how saying Exorcist 3 is the best Exorcist film is a hot take either. Because even most of the people that disagree with me, they say, "Oh, dude, Exorcist 3 is effing incredible, but the first one's the best." So it's not like I'm saying Exorcist 2 is that's a hot take. I think what's considered the fan favorite and saying a movie that is also extremely highly rated can be considered a hot take, when in actuality, I don't think that's the case. I really don't. If I say Jason X is the best Jason movie, that's a hot take. That's a hot take. If I say Freddy's Dead is the best Nightmare on Elm Street, that's a hot take. If I say Poltergeist 2 is the best Poltergeist film, it's a scary, I don't think that's a hot take. Christian, did you hear Grindhouse Video reopen the store in Knoxville, Tennessee? I went one time. It was a really cool place by physical media. Dude, that sounds awesome. I wish I could go to a place like that. I am going to Full Moon Horror and Tattoo at the beginning of the month. I'll be in Tennessee then, but that's in Nashville, right? So I don't know how far off I am from Knoxville. Maybe what is that, a couple hours? But I will be there. I think Tennessee is just I could live in Tennessee. I really could. I think Tennessee is a beautiful state. The air is clean there. It's just a beautiful state. I love Tennessee. So me and Jay, my buddy Jay, will be dropping there Thursday, April 2nd. And I'll be there. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I have seen Frankenstein, and I've reviewed it. I reviewed it right on this channel. I thought it was a great film. I thought it deserved Best Picture. There are stylistic things that I would have like to have seen it going in a different way, but at the end of the day, I think Guillermo made the best Frankenstein film he could have made. I mean, it's not like it's Wayne's World with it's not like it's Wayne's World with Alice Cooper, but in my opinion, I just think that those horror films from the 80s, those little Italian horror films, they've all exponentially grown in popularity, over the last 10 years. I really think so. A lot of those movies, I think they've grown over the last 10 years and that people are loving them and they want to own them in high quality. So I think it would be pretty big if they did it, but you know, I just got to be in the mood for Kevin Smith films. And if I'm not in the mood for Kevin Smith films, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like I got to be in the mood for him. His Prince story about filming that documentary for him was fascinating though. I watched that whole video series where he was at like some event talking about meeting Prince and filming a documentary for me. It was crazy. I know that's he's nuts. Julian Beck is a legend. Hello from Australia. Are you a fan of Mel Gibson's movies as a director? I am actually. It's funny you asked that because I didn't review it, but last year I watched Apocalypto, which came out around the time I was going through Hurricane Katrina. So I wasn't around the theaters at that time. But I thought Apocalypto was one of the most breathtaking films I'd ever seen. And for him to make that movie, of course, not in English, I thought Apocalypto was brilliant. It was a great film, and the best compliment I could give it is, I thought that a journeyman director did that, and in that sense, I do think, uh, I do think Mel Gibson is a journeyman director. I mean, look at this. Some of the stuff he's done is just fantastic. Passion of the Christ is phenomenal. It's just if even if you're not religious or this or that, I think it's undeniable to look at Passion of the Christ and just say that's a great film. That was a well-made movie. Is that Frodo Cop? That's brilliant. That's funny. Is that like a fun? Did you come up with that, or is that a thing you saw and you just thought it was funny and you're using that as your profile picture? No, I've gone to depending on where Chiller's at. I have gone to Texas Frightmare. I went there for a number of years, but the problem with Texas Frightmare is it just got too packed. It got too packed, and then I get uncomfortable when it gets overly crowded, so I stopped going. Thank you so much, Savoy, with a $9.99 super chat. Let me give you a clip.
I feel like people sleep.
Sad to see the director of Urban Legend Valentine passed away this week. And talking of hot takes, I feel like almost every movie I genuinely love, most people either can't stand or never mention. Well, first off, let's take a second to remember Jamie Blanks because he was not old. Number one, he was early 50s. And the thing I love the most about Jamie Blanks is he loved his fans. And he didn't look at his fans even as fans because he never seemed to lose that kindred spirit of wanting to be a filmmaker one day and lose even when he achieved his dream. It's like he still had it, the way he talked to his fans, the way he interacted with people online. And Jamie Blanks easily could have directed a lot of the big horror movies that we know. I think Jamie would have done a great job with a Scream sequel. If when they rebooted Scream a few years ago in 2022, for the fifth one, if they would have said Jamie Blanks will be directing, I would have said we're in good hands. But he made his mark, man. When you look at um when you look at them horror films post Scream, I think Urban Legend, is the one that people kind of look at as the 1A, and he clearly had a love for the genre because he gave Robert Englund a brilliant role as the professor in Urban Legend. And the thing I love about Robert Englund is he commands his scenes, because, when you look at Robert, you instantly see Freddy. But the thing that's so great about Robert in that film, as small as the scene as it is, when you see Robert portraying the professor in that college class in that huge room, you believe that Robert is a college professor. Like he exudes that authority so well. And I think Robert's an underrated actor. If you dive into a lot of the stuff he's done, he's a great character actor too. Like Robert Englund is phenomenal in The Mangler, going back to Toby Hooper, where he plays the heavyweight tycoon, money grubbling boss, But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But rest in peace, Jamie. It's really sad. He was a kid. He was in his early 50s. And he should have had another 35, 40 years to go. So it's just sad. It's just sad. It's been a rough couple weeks for everybody because not only we're losing people left and right now, but people were excited about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They were bringing Buffy back. Then they canceled Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They just straight up canceled it. People were excited about that. It's just a shame. Thank you, Savoy, for the $9.99. Thank you so much for checking those videos out. I think I agree with that. Robert Englund is the Bela Lugosi or the Vincent Price of our generation. He absolutely steals every scene he's in without even trying. I think I agree with that. I would agree with that. That's an astute way of looking at it. There you go. You got to see The Mangler in theaters. Is it really? I thought I read something about that. I'm old. Physical media's my life for 44 years. Betamax, VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, UHD. I want to talk for a second about my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Does anybody want to take a guess at what my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film is? Have I been watching Juggalo Championship Wrestling? Is that what you're referencing, Bobby? Talking about Juggalo Championship Wrestling? Let me tell you something about Conan. Conan's great, but nobody said it yet. There we go. Last Action. He called it. I like Total Recall. It's a great cast. It's got legendary scenes. I think the last classic Arnold film, like the last film that Arnold made that's like classic Arnold, where it felt like golden era era Arnold is Eraser. Yeah, I love Last Action Hero. Tom Noonan playing what's Tom Noonan's villain's name? The the Ripper. Great movie, man. I need to hang up my Last Action Hero poster. Commando's great. Commando's funny. Remember that scene in Commando where he I forget the actor's name, but I think in real life he was also military, the black guy. He was awesome. Let me look up his name. He was so good. He was also in Predator. I think Arnold loved working with him. Bill Duke. Bill Duke was awesome in Predator and Commando. And what I love is that scene with him and Bill Duke where Arnold goes, he snaps his neck on the plane. He goes, he snaps his neck on the plane. He goes, "Can I have a pillow for my friend? Oh, and please don't disturb him. He's dead tired." Like, it's funny because it's so fucking cheesy. He's dead tired. See, that's the thing that Arnold could do that Sly couldn't. Arnold could translate his humor onto film very well. He is in the motel room, but that takes place before they get on the plane, right? Bill Duke's on the plane, right? You're making me question myself now. But my thing is, Arnold was able to translate his humor. I need to do a video going off, talking about these films. But the thing that Arnold could do so well was translate his humor into, fuck it. I'm putting my Last Action Hero poster up in my closet with the the light, another light up poster I did. Okay, Bill Duke was at the motel. Who was on the plane then? I thought Bill Duke was on the plane with him. Anyway, that's the I eat green berets for breakfast. Stallone could never translate his humor into film successfully. I don't know that he ever has. I really don't, because when he tried to do comedy with his films, he failed. I think Demolition Man's the first time he was funny and the film worked. But he still had this 75-80% seriousness to him, where Arnold could be cheesy and funny and he'd just have to smile and you'd see that gap between his teeth and it would be hysterical. It would work. I don't know. Arnold he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Thank you so much, Children of the Corn 7244 with a 4.99 super chat. What's good, bro? Mount Rushmore of action heroes. Brilliant question. The Mount Rushmore of action heroes. Okay, are you guys ready for the Mount? Can I get some? First off, we have 153 people here. If I can get some likes on the show, please drop some likes. That way I know you guys enjoy the super late night shows. My buddy Cody was telling me to watch Housemaid with Sydney Sweeney. I need to watch that. She is beautiful. God, she is so beautiful. Anyway, the Mount Rushmore of action heroes is as follows: Arnold, Arnold and Sly are in the front, and I'm going to put Sly the farthest up, just a notch before Arnold. To the left, one Chuck Norris. To the far right, the deepest far back, my man, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Anyway, yeah, but Cody was telling me to watch Housemaid. He said it was a good thriller. I think Cody just likes Sydney Sweeney. Who doesn't, though? She is smoking hot. I tell you, man, she is something else. I see all those pictures on Instagram all the time of her like in these dresses. She knows what she's doing. See, Oscar's a strange film, right? It's slapstick. The cast is gigantic in it, which is so interesting. The first Marine's actually not a bad film. It's really not. What is your take when popular horror franchises become trends? Like where people aren't really fans of it, they just hop on the bandwagon because it's well known. I personally don't like it. I mean, what are you going to do, man? It's just is what it is. The problem is when it comes to going on the internet, you cannot share your opinion when you have a take about stuff like this because you will instantly get the whataboutisms or people won't even listen to you and just they'll for instance, I did a video the other day where I just talked about how I think there were more pros than cons when it comes to being a horror fan in the late 2000s because the internet was very much, and I love the internet. I just don't love the people that use the internet, right? I mean, that's not to say that everybody that gets on the internet is a nut job. Of course not. But there's a lot of people that they're miserable humans and they just can't wait to they just wake up ready to disagree or just say stupid shit online to people because that's how they live their life. And it just makes it makes being a horror fan less enjoyable, a movie fan in general is enjoyable. And somebody commented like, LOL, guy gets on YouTube, meets too many mean people and complains. And I said, could you at least, I said, it has nothing to do what this video is about. Like, not even remotely close to what the video was about, right? Like, not even remotely close. So you got people that don't even listen to you and just want to disagree with you. But anyway, my point is, I'll give you an example of what you're talking about. I am burnt out on Terrifier already because you go to Walmart now and there's Art the Clown shirts. And as soon as I say that, people are like, well, yeah, well, they sold Freddy to kids in the 80s. And I was like, yeah, you know what? If we had Terrifier, Mad Balls and Squishies, that'd be different. But no, it's T-shirts at Walmart, and I want to I want to get away from it. So it's just like you can't even complain. That's funny. Ducky Fox with a $5 super chat. Thank you for all the content. I watch as much as I can, and I try to be in your lives as much as possible. I appreciate you and everything you do. God bless you, man. That's very kind of you. That's very nice of you to say. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much. And then Children of the Corn, $4.99. Thank you. Which set sounds more correct? 80s best action movies and 90s best horror movies, or 80s best horror movies and 90s best action movies? Society is soft. I think the correct answer is probably going to be 80s best horror and 90s best action. Because even in the 90s, Stallone and Arnie both had bangers. Van Damme was coming into his own. I think Van Damme's 90 through 96 run is phenomenal. Van Damme's 1990 through 96 run is phenomenal. I mean, just that alone. You've got Lionheart, Death Warrant. You've got Double Impact, which I just got the 4K from MVD, Double Impact, Balo Young. Then you've got Hard Target, which is a masterpiece. You got Van Damme Street Fighter, which is so bad it's good. Time Cop, which is, you know, one of his biggest films. And there's a movie he did that I actually really like. It's his version of like a huge blood sport. It's called The Quest. He directed it. It was a disaster making the film. I implore you all to check out Oliver Harper's retrospective on the film. But it's a gorgeous film and it's got great action sequences. But it was a big fail. Didn't do very well at the box office. So they just bit off more than they could chew. It was not the right time for a film like that. And then even Seagal, 90 through 93, 92, Seagal had, I mean, just Under Siege was a brilliant action film with Tommy Lee Jones, just so good in it. You know, so I think it's 80s horror, 90s action. Yeah. Thank you guys for the super chats. Very kind of y'all. Sudden Death is great. I love Sudden Death. Hard Target is a John Woo masterpiece. I totally agree. Well, hey man, come here and relax and just take your mind off things. If we can do that for you, then we're doing our job here. We're doing our job. Let's just talk. Let's just shoot the shit, man. Sydney Sweeney, Jessica Alba, Ana de Armas. Who you got? CHH. I'm taking Jessica Alba. Alba. Man, when I was growing up, Alba was, she probably still smoking hot too. Now that Chuck is going, should B Movie Mike return? God, I haven't talked to B Movie Mike in a long time. I always liked him too. He used to be on it's so funny Piz called it this, the Sausage Factory. Then it turned into Region Free. Man, sometimes I want to go up to Piz and be like, dude, let's bring Region Free back. Let's just do like a couple like random ass shows. We had some good times. But you know, Piz just wanted to start focusing on his own channel. And honestly, during that time, I wasn't really focusing on my own content as well. So I think it was for the best. But yeah, we had some good times. I remember doing Sausage Factory for the first couple of times, and it was just crazy. Orc would just, you let him go and he'd start ranting and raving and you'd just be there. You'd be laughing your ass off, man. It was funny shit. That's where I met Jay the Stingray, you know. And I love Jay. Me and Jay became good pals, good friends. Dan, Lorne, all those guys, man. There's other people I'm missing, but yeah, good times. Stop or my mom will shoot. Nice Big Trouble Little China. I'm gonna say Invasion USA. Thank you so much, Children of the Corn, with the $1.99. Favorite final girl. Julie James. I know she last summer. The actress who played Trish in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. That's my answer. Tanya Raymond. Oh God, yeah, dude, she is smoking. Let me look her up. Tanya Raymond. She is beautiful. Oh my God. She was in Malcolm in the Middle because I remember her from when I was a kid. She played Jodi Arias too. And yeah, she played Jodi Arias in a Lifetime movie about Jodi Arias. But no, she is beautiful. What is she? What is she? She Cuban or something? Let me see. French American actress. She's French. Okay. They need to put her. Can you guys imagine Tanya and Raymond in a Dario Argento film? Shoot. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway. What's up, CHH? Are you a fan of Bruce Lee films? First off, thank you for being a member. Very, 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 I'm a casual. I haven't watched a whole lot of Bruce Lee films. I've seen just the typical Enter the Dragon. And what's the other one? I forget the name of his other really, really, really big one. But that's about it. I haven't dove into much Bruce Lee. So I was talking to Cody about this just through text the other night. The problem with that is Frank Dukes, the real Frank Dukes, his reputation has gone down the shitter big time, exponentially. He's been kind of outed as a fraud on a lot of stuff, and he's embellished a lot. So I don't know that this new blood sport is really happening that I'm seeing reported about, because I just don't see it happening. I really don't. Favorite Seagal scene ever? I forgot the name of the movie. It's one of his latter films, but he fights this dude without getting out of his chair. And it's like the most explosive fight scene I've ever seen. I forget the name of that movie. It's one of his shitty straight to video ones. It's like from like 2011 or something. It's hysterical. Oh, that's right. Lauren does do it on his channel. Yeah, I felt bad. I know Lauren asked me to do it, but he would do it on the 13th of every month, which is cheeky, and I like it, But for like 4 months in a row, I would be like, I'm working that night. I can't do it. And then it just got to where, I missed that many episodes. It wasn't in the cards for me to be on that much anymore. Outer Siege 2. I got to revisit that one. Thank you for the $1.99. Children of Corn. Thoughts on today's action movie landscape? Where's it at? We got remakes of The Running Man. Like, that's what we're doing? No, thanks. Not interested. Not interested. And the other action movies we have are The Rock, silly ass Christmas films. No, it's not existent. Best comedy from 1985 through 1995. I'm gonna go with Coneheads. Visited by Voices. Yeah, she's good. Yeah. Is it AI? I thought it was just bad, like a bad rendition of drawn of the Leprechaun. Is it really AI? That's scary because it's starting to confuse me now. Michael with a $5 Australian super chat. Thank you so much, good sir.
This fucking fantastic.
What's up, CHH? Do you use a VPN? I had to get one in Australia as they have banned Cornhub. I do use a VPN but not for that reason. You know, I am married, so I had to get a VPN because they started putting the WWE pay-per-views on ESPN Plus, and it's like fucking $30, which is just insane. So I learned that they put every other WWE pay-per-view on in Netflix. So I got the VPN. I got Nord VPN. I think it was $50 for the year. So I got NordVPN, and then when I want to watch the WWE pay-per-views, I just swap my VPN to Canada. And then I pull up Netflix, and there it is. I can watch, I can watch review. So, so when WrestleMania comes, I'll be able to watch that. And excuse me. When WrestleMania comes, I could watch it on Netflix. Universal calls you. They're like, hey, do you want to be Norman Bates or Loomis? What do you say? First off, I'm asking is what's the pay? I force myself just to watch the pay-per-views every now and again, but I think Triple H doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Triple H is an idiot. I think they need to get some professional writers in there. It's just so bad. Nothing makes sense. They have when it comes to like the shit they do, like I think one of the most hysterical, talented, literally just beautiful women is Chelsea Green. And they don't like give her flowers. Like she is the number one woman being watched on wrestling, in my opinion. If not for the blonde-haired girl Liv or Rhea. But I think Chelsea is like so incredible. And every time you see her, she just looks like a movie star. She's beautiful and she's genuinely funny. And she's so good. And they even talk about like not wanting to push her because they're like, oh, if we push her, then people won't like her. It's like, no, just what sense does that make? And I think Triple H is an idiot. Like I think Triple H like has a very huge ego. And he doesn't think he can do wrong. Like they showed that clip on WWE Unreal of like Road Dogg just trying to come up with ideas about matches, and then Triple H just shoots him down, but he doesn't really even offer anything. I'm just like, I would have got the fuck out of there too. I really would have. I agree with Bret Hart. I mean, I think Bret Hart's spot on about Triple H. He knows like Triple H is a good worker, but he's never drawn money. He's always worked with the guy that drew money, which is so true. You know, I've never looked at Triple H as one of the best. My favorite wrestler of all, in my opinion, Bret Hart is the greatest of all time. I love Bret Hart. He's my hero. My favorite wrestler ever. Bret made Stone Cold. Bret was great. Bret, you believed him. When Bret got out there, you thought that he was the real deal. So I'm always going to be a big Bret Hart guy. That's my hero. That's my number one favorite wrestler. But I agree with Bret. I think Triple H just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It is funny, isn't it? My name is Rocky Balboa. He can't even say his name. Oh, man. Thoughts on today's... Oh, I answered that one. This one. Are you a fan of the Hell House series? Down is up. So first off, thank you for the $5 super chat. Yes, I have reviewed the Hell House series extensively. I interviewed the director on my channel. Down is up. Please check those videos out. I think Hell House Origins is one of the best found footage films of all time. Genuinely, I love it. We're talking about the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views are on ESPN Plus. It's $30. Kiss my ass. $30 a month. Hell no. I agree they probably will solve the signing. I agree with you too. I think the problem is Triple H is in charge of the kit and caboodle, and nobody around him knows what the hell they're doing. Shawn Michaels is I was never a Shawn Michaels fan. I respect that, he's one of the best wrestlers of all time. I never bought it. I never was a huge Shawn Michaels fan. I was always a Bret Hart guy. You know. I don't even think Shawn's doing that bad a job comparatively, though. I mean, it seems like Shawn gets to like be more creative with those guys in the NXT anyway. So I don't think Shawn's a problem. I'll take that back. I really don't think Shawn's a problem. I mean, I lived the China era, and she was a star. When China came out to the ring, it was like you stood up. Even watching TV, you stood up, and she's incredible. If I was in charge of when Paramount calls you to take over DC, Rudolph Valentino comes back for life. He's 2042. No, I'm not a big superhero movie fan. I completely agree with you. Hell yeah, Mitch. God bless you, brother. So I don't know. Like, I think my audience is not interested in it. And like, I hate to say that I'm bowing to the social media police, but like, there's a whole thing right now on social media about like calling people out for talking about Serbian film or anything. And there was that funny joke I had. I was like, all right, guys, you guys saw me do like a physical media update where I had Serbian film uncut. And I was like, I'm going to watch it and review it, the uncut version. Like, what else was missing from Serbian film? And now I just kind of got like soured on wanting to review it because it's just like, I don't feel like getting clipped and being like, look at this sick fan watching the uncut version of Serbian film and reviewing it. So it kind of soured me on wanting to do that. And, like I've watched some intense stuff like Hate Crime or August Underground, but I just don't know about talk. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. It's just like, it's hard. It's like, I feel like if you try to explain to people, like, of course, I live a normal life. I'm a productive member of society, but I get intrigued by watching those insanely crazy movies because I know they're not real. And it's just like watching a nightmare come to life. You just get looks like you're a sicko. So I kind of got turned off from reviewing Serbian film uncut and, shit like that. So I don't know. Yes, I was born in early 92. I started watching wrestling. I can vividly remember watching Brett come to the ring as a kid, push Vince and say, "This is bullshit." I was watching it then. You got to remember, wrestling was, and I'm sure you do. I'm assuming you're older than me. The world was watching in the 90s. So on Monday nights in my house, I watched wrestling every Monday night as a kid, as far back as I can remember being alive. I remember vividly watching Vince get pushed by Brett, and Brett cut this scathing promo. And then the following couple weeks, Undertaker had the belt, and I didn't understand why, because we weren't getting the pay-per-views then. And then I also remember when I heard Brett was going to Nitro around 1990, around later that year. I remember we started watching early by early 98. My family religiously watched and WCW. And I think WCW was bigger at that point too, so I think the world was watching WCW anyway. But I remember watching WCW religiously, and it wasn't until later 98 that we started flipping the channel back to WWF. But my parents were huge WCW fans. I mean, religious. And it's funny. There's one of the WCW like Best of Nitro DVDs where you can actually see me in the crowd. It was the night. You can also see me on one of the SmackDown episodes from 2004 when John Cena came out into the ring. I mean, you can see me right there. But it was the Nitro. I think it was when Diamond Dallas, Diamond Cutter, Hall and Nash. You can see me in the background. I was there. My buddy was there too. He had a side rail seat. He was in a row by the walkway rail. But yeah, man. I'm going to watch the new Faces of Death. I don't expect it to be great though. Best 90s WCW wrestler? Shit. It's got to be Sting. Right? Yeah. That's cool. Oh, Beer Money Incorporated. Yeah, I met those guys. TNA used to do shows. They used to come by me all the time in 2008 and 9. They used to come 30 minutes from where I lived. And I would go see him at the Civic Center all the time. I met Jeff Jarrett. I met Kurt Angle. I saw Kurt Angle wrestle a house show in 2008. This was Perk Angle at the time. And he was explosive. It was great. But yeah, I saw Perk Angle, man. I saw him live in 2008. No, I want to go see that though. I want to see Project Hail Mary. I do want to see that. I love the Raven. Quote the Raven. I watched the documentary on him that Vinegar Syndrome had on their website. It wasn't them that put it out. It's a sub label. Quote the Raven. Nevermore. I like Raven. All right, guys, we're at an hour and 23. We'll do rapid fire, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go get some cleaning done and enjoy the rest of my night. I've had a great time though. We'll do 5 questions. Do 5 more questions, guys. Let's do it. What y'all got for me? I gotta watch Send Help. I'm gonna see if that's streaming. I gotta watch that. Underrated, lesser known slasher flick you would recommend? I'm trying to legitimately think of a good one. God damn it. Let's move on. My favorite cryptid? Well deserved. Well deserved. Absolutely well deserved. There's a lot of undervalued teams from back in that era that aren't getting the shine that they need, and very well deserved on that. And that I think they were a great team. Puppet Master 2 is probably my favorite video zone. That's a great one. That's the movie I was actually thinking of, Edge of the Axe. That's a great suggestion. Legitimately great. I love that one because they have scenes where they use fake props instead of prosthetics, and so you see physical action in that film with the slasher character attacking people, and it comes across way more brutal. Favorite Rat album? Great question. Detonator. I think Detonator is just a big, huge album. It's a kind of a great farewell to glam metal too. No, I did not get that. Yes, the Heart Foundation. Andy, thank you, man. You've been a channel viewer for many, many years. I appreciate that, dude. We love you guys too in the UK. Y'all be safe over there. Yeah, I plan on it, Dylan. I'm trying to experiment. I actually had this video idea I wanted to do of doing a reaction to Pizzal's Halloween Kills review. It's one of my favorite reviews of all time, and I thought it'd be funny to do a reaction to it because it's so hysterical. If you guys think that's a good idea, if you guys would be interested in that video, let me know. Because I think his Halloween Kills review is one of the funniest reviews of all time. It's so good. So that's one of the ideas I had. That's not what you asked, but I was thinking about that. So no, probably won't be Canadian, but popcorn. Thank you so much, Mitch. Thank you so much. All right, guys, let's wrap it. Y'all have a good Sunday today. Y'all be sure to follow me on Instagram. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I'm just about to hit 30K on Facebook, which is pretty crazy to think about. But y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I got off that godforsaken website. I may come back one day, but not anytime soon. I think Twitter is trash. So I'm off of Twitter. People are asking me where I was on Twitter. I got off of Twitter. Follow me there. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. And I'll post some fun shorts tomorrow. I got some fun shorts ideas based off of some of the stuff we talked about. I'll probably have one about Commando tomorrow. That'll be pretty funny. But stay tuned, guys. I really want to hit 50K soon. We're close. I'm at 47.5. So we're a couple thousand away. I think we can do it soon. I'm pushing. Share the channel out. Let people know about my channel, man. Some days it's tough. Some days we move fast. It's just I'm playing the game as hard as I can. So stick with me, guys. We've been around for a while. We ain't going nowhere anytime soon. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.